Hey everybody, this is Muffin with the Daily Biker Podcast. Just here to let y'all know the opinions and ideas expressed in this show are those of the hosts and their guests, not to be confused with their partners and sponsors. Now, let's get it on.
Hey guys, this is Sean from the Bikes and Beards YouTube channel, and you guys are listening to the Daily Biker Podcast. You're gonna love it.
Oh, I really like that. I apparently need one.
Well, let me see.
That is a good-looking bike.
Oh, that's nice. That's
really
real
good
nice.
You know what's funny?
What?
Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Daily Biker Podcast.
Now, you keep going.
Yeah, just keep going.
We're going to talk about that. So, there's a very specific reason why I have you pulled up. Hey, everybody, my name is Marcus with the Daily Biker Podcast. If I sound like I'm losing my voice, it's because it's been a crazy 2 days. We had a party at the shop Friday night and run around like crazy. And then today, I keep forgetting that I don't have to yell into my comms. I can talk normally.
You still yell.
So, we got a couple things that we're going to talk about today. But if you noticed at the beginning of this episode, got something special that's going to be at the very end of this episode. So don't go anywhere because we got an interview, or I should say I got an interview, with Jesse James Dupree from Jackal. So stick around to listen to that. But before we go any further, let me do the introductions. Miss Muffin.
Hey.
And Daniel.
Hey there.
Sounds like Stephanie's taking a shower, so we just won't. I hear.
That's a washing machine.
Yeah, the washer is running.
Cool.
I mean,
At my house, like if you're upstairs, you can hear, or if you're downstairs, you can hear the shower running upstairs, and like it sounds like
no,
water's running.
you
in the
would know.
background.
You would know if Stephanie was taking a shower because it's literally above my office.
Oh, she's probably taking a nap then.
Yeah, she's asleep.
Yes,
She had a long day.
So,
Not as long as ours though.
Me and
She did
Daniel
have
had a
work.
very interesting day, and we joked about how we were going to do this as biker by the fire,
Fireside chats with the Daily Biker.
but it wasn't going to be like fire pit. I'm still cold.
I am too, which is why neither of us have taken off jackets yet.
I have not removed my shoes that I put on at 8 o'clock this morning.
Oh.
And just to clarify, it is after that now. Oh, look at that. My Apple Watch must have updated because it's
Oh, that's cool.
that's very nice. Anyways, for those of y'all that can't see it, the system that I use to run this, I can now see my EQs and everything on my watch.
Oh, that's cool.
You got to be careful. You're going to mess with something. You're going to touch it by accident, and it's going to blow everything up.
Yeah.
I can still see the thing
Okay.
there. So, oh, but you know what I didn't do? This is going to be loud. My apologies, people. But people like to call me at the most inopportune times. So this thing goes on airplane mode when we record. And there we go. So, the first thing we're going to talk about, because we have multiple things that we're going to cover tonight, is what we did today. What Daniel and I did today.
Yes.
Muffin decided to stay at home in the warm
nice
sheets
warm bed.
with the dog that is basically a space heater.
I'm not going to lie. That sounds actually really
It
nice.
sounds fantastic.
I enjoyed what we did. Sort of.
So I want to put this out there just so people kind of understand a little bit how the operation works on the dealer side. We love for people to participate in events and people to come around, you know, when your dealer does dealer rides and does all those types of things like we do at White Lightning. But there are days that we plan stuff that we're tired. I mean, I had a long day yesterday
Yeah.
to then have a long day today. So today we had a dealer ride that went to Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary. And anybody that's on the East Coast that understands this is April 9th that we had this dealer run. It was snowing and sleeting in Petros, Tennessee.
Yes.
And I didn't know that it was going to snow and sleet in Petros, Tennessee.
The entire time, how you convinced us to go was, well, it's going to be cold. It's going to be about 40 when we leave the dealership, but the weather says it's going to be in the upper 50s, like 58, 59, and sunny when we get up there.
just to clarify, in Chattanooga, it did get up to 58 or 59 and sunny.
Not there.
Yeah, the highest temperature we saw while in Petros was, I think, 39.
39 or 40. I think.
It pretty much snowed and sleeted the entire time we were at Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary.
Yes, it did. And on the way up there.
But here's the thing. So, just so y'all have some understanding, I could have canceled it. You know, I had every right to go, you know, it's cold. There's a chance of slick roads. I could have looked at it and said there's a chance of rain and all this other stuff. But there was a customer there. I don't know where the customer came from. I don't know the customer's personal life. I don't know anything.
Or their relationship to the dealership.
Correct. So, because I've had people that have literally taken off work to go on rides. And maybe he had to take off a month ago when he first saw this posted to come on this ride. We can ride, so guess what we're going to do? We're going to ride. We're going to take the person out. We're going to show them a good time. And they had a blast.
Yeah, they did.
I mean, they were underprepared. I think you was more prepared. You didn't even have enough clothing, and I think you were more prepared than they were. But
I rode the bike naked today.
Yeah, pretty much. But they had a great time.
Yeah. I believe, talking to them, they had never been up to Brushy Mountain before, and they had discussed it, that they had wanted to go, and thought they saw this opportunity. They have the motorcycle, let's do it.
Well, the way I look at it, in doing the marketing and customer relations and stuff like that, I've told you before, is, you know, you never know. One of our big rules at White Lightning is about putting your person in the other person's shoes. So I didn't know. I didn't know everything that these people had to go through to go to today, if they had to go through anything, or if they just were like, oh, you know what? We don't have anything going on that day.
I mean,
Let's go.
It's not a long ride, but it's a full day event.
It is a full day event. Mm-hmm. So, but they ended up having a very enjoyable experience. It was cold. I mean, we explained that to you already. But
let me reiterate, cold.
Yeah.
But
still sure.
One of the things that makes me want to definitely talk about that, coming from the dealer side, is we went with one. I'm going to say one customer. Yeah. I don't count you and Lewis as customers.
Oh, I'm not a customer. You know.
So, yeah, I'm going to get to that too. So, we had one customer and his wife with him, and we went. And we had the same fun time, same enjoyable experience as if there had been 30, 40, 50 of us.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not going to say we would have had the same enjoyable experience if the weather had been 70 and sunshine. Probably would have been a much more enjoyable experience. But that being said, we had a fantastic time, and now we not only have the memories to walk away with and tell stories about, but that customer has those.
Absolutely.
That customer has a
wall of blizzard.
Well, that customer has a more familiar face now when they walk into the dealership, whether it's seeing Waldo or seeing me and going, hey, man.
Yeah.
And that building up of that customer relationship, I think, is super important. Unfortunately, I know there's dealers that they don't focus that much on that. But we want our customers, you know, if one of our customers is having an issue, no, I don't want you to go post it all over Facebook so the whole world can see it because you got pissed off. Yeah. But I want you to be comfortable enough to call me and go, hey, we need to talk about something. I'm not happy. I'm pissed off. This happened. This is the situation. Because that's what you do with family. You don't, well, some people do immediately post it all over Facebook. But
Facebook makes it so easy, though.
But I feel like when people do that, the only thing they're doing is reaching for attention.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
It's like, do you want the attention or do you want your problem solved?
Well, and 99% of those posts that are aggravated and blasting a particular business entity are unfounded, first of all.
Absolutely.
Or they never actually told anybody at whatever business they had a complaint with.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of times we've seen posts that it was blindsided.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, and it happens. We had a customer in there the other day, and I won't go into the details, but he wasn't happy with the service he received. And the only reason I know about it, I was walking across the floor. I saw him standing there, and I was like, "Hey, you having a good day?" And he goes, "No, I'm pretty pissed off." Well, my job, I mean, yeah, I'm marketing, but I'm still a manager.
That's
So
customer
I
relations.
stopped, and I was like, "What's up? Is there something here? Something I can help you with?" And he told me the situation. So we got it resolved.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't go, "Well, I need to see a manager." But I stepped in because I don't want people walking around our sales floor pissed off. And unfortunately, sometimes you can't always help why a person's mad.
You're not going to catch everything.
You know, it doesn't matter if you're at a Honda dealership, a Harley dealership, Kawasaki dealership, or even a car dealership. You know, there's times where people will, and this was not this situation, but there's times where people will try and buy a vehicle, and they can't. Financially they can't, and you know it's actually a good thing that a lot of these people will step in, especially the finance companies, and go, "No."
Yeah.
Because you don't need to put those people in those situations. Well, sometimes those people get mad.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I understand being unhappy. It's
Well,
like
people don't like being told no.
correct. But it's not the end of the road.
No. Not at all.
Yeah.
That's now you have a goal. You can set
Absolutely.
that goal forward.
Absolutely.
But,
So, anyways,
but I think today was a good example of that. Dealership stepped up. Obviously, 2 dealer employees went on the ride. So the gentleman, the customer that came with us, got to know you guys. Got to know
Yeah.
you guys personally, and they had a good time, good conversation. And that's what, like you said, that's what's important. Creating those relationships with people,
Yeah.
whether they step back in the dealership again or not, they now have a positive experience, and that's important.
well, you know, we have some customers that are regulars at our events that the first time I met them was on a dealer ride.
Yeah.
And just that personal experience, they went, "Well, I'm coming back to this dealership." And I mean, you're talking about people I've never seen before.
Mm-hmm.
You know, y'all had the ride where you had guys that weren't even on the Harleys. You had a guy on a dirt bike and a guy on a Savage and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And, you know, I haven't seen those guys at the shop, but that doesn't mean when they see you out, they won't be like, "Oh, hey, man, remember me?"
Well, I believe one of them came out to bike night a couple Thursdays ago. But,
Maybe so.
but once again, look, that's getting in there, starting those relationships, communicating with people, and that's great.
Well, and I want to put this out too to anybody that might be in the Chattanooga area listening to this that's not a Harley person. Daniel's not either.
Not at all.
So, this is the next thing. Okay. Daniel's not a Harley person, and Daniel is fully involved. Daniel does not get, you know, every once in a while he'll go to buy something and they see him in there all the time and they're like, "Hey, you know what? Here's 10% off or whatever." But Daniel doesn't get employee discounts. Daniel doesn't get paid.
Can we work on that?
I mean, legitimately, everything you do for the dealership is out of the good of your heart.
Yeah, essentially.
And to be a friend to the dealership is a much bigger thing than I think most people understand.
Yeah.
So, but not just that. One of the reasons Daniel goes out of the way and does those types of things is because that's the type of person Daniel is.
Why are we talking about me?
Stop. So, haven't spoke about it on this podcast yet. But about 3 weeks ago, me and Muffin had to put one of our dogs down. And it was very rough, very upsetting. And I wasn't going to be able to handle the situation by myself. Daniel left work to come be with me and help me bury my dog. And that's the type of guy that he is. And I think that's the type of guy that all of us need to be. You know, even with complete strangers, stopping on the side of the road to make sure people are okay. You know, rushing out to help somebody pick up their bike at bike night. Just going, I don't need that. Going above and beyond to be, you know, we've spoken about it several times on here, to be a major contributing member of this community that we've built. Because we wouldn't know each other if it wasn't for motorcycles, it wasn't for the podcast.
Yeah.
So I definitely think, and I want people to do that, to, you know, becoming a member, an actual contributing member of the motorcycle community can really lead to some really good friendships. You know, you might have a super tight-knit group that you only like to ride with. And I get that. Don't get me wrong. There's people that I've rode with that I'm never riding with that guy again. And it's not because I don't like the person. It's because I don't like the way that they ride motorcycles. But that doesn't mean, like I said, that that's not a good person. It doesn't mean I'm not going to hang out with those people at bike night. And
but it also
like
doesn't mean if they have an accident, drop their bike, or have an issue, you're not going to go help them. You absolutely
No, absolutely.
And I think that's something in the motorcycling community and just like, you know, the community in general, not outside of motorcycling. Help somebody. If somebody needs help, help them.
Yeah.
Be there for them. There's a lot of ways that you can help those around you that really don't take any time out of your day.
Yeah.
It's just it's something simple that in your mind it is simple that could mean a lot to somebody else.
Well, you know, it's like tomorrow at the dealership, which will be yesterday for when this episode comes out. You know, we have all those Easter baskets at the shop. And we're going to take all those Easter baskets down to the local children's hospital so kids that are in the hospital can have an Easter. Mm-hmm. You know, toy runs.
Yeah.
There's so much that you can do to be a part and be a contributing member. But the thing about it is that you'll start to realize as you really start to be a contributing member of the motorcycle community, you start becoming a contributor to society as a whole. So, because I don't know anybody that's really a contributing member to a motorcycle community, it's just a piece of crap in society.
Not off the top of my head. I can't think of anybody. But that's the thing. You take those actions, like I said, small things for you are big things for others.
Yeah.
And that's important.
Yeah.
Being able to do that, being able to help your fellow rider, your fellow human being. That's important. And it gets overlooked a lot nowadays.
Yeah, I definitely think so. Which also goes to people sending us messages. South Korea. You downloaded again?
Be a contributing member to this motorcycle community.
Send us messages. Look, you can send us messages, Facebook or Instagram at The Daily Biker. Okay? Not Daily Biker Podcast, just The Daily Biker on Instagram or Facebook. Look for the podcast logo. If you want to email us, don't listen to what Sean says at the end. He doesn't know what he's talking about. It's The Daily Biker Podcast at gmail.com. And if you don't know how to spell that last part, it's gmail.com.
MALE.
You just ruined everybody.
Ruined it.
Nobody's going to have any idea what you're talking about.
We need to make that a domain. Daily Biker Podcast at Gmail.
Mail.
Gmail.
Question mark.
Like a question mark.
Gmail. Yeah, y'all thought I was going to say something different, didn't you?
God, it's the 90s again.
I miss the 90s.
Some good times.
Yeah, fun times.
You missed that 90s sport bike. I don't know if it was a Kawasaki.
I have a 90s sport bike.
No, that one that's on the side of the road.
Oh,
Square
yeah.
headlight. Dude, this was a full fairing. Like,
well, you told me
this is very likely could have been like a GPZ 900.
You said, "Hey, look," and I don't know what I'm looking at.
I didn't even point. I didn't even give you a direction.
No, you didn't give me anything. You said, "Hey, look." I'm also getting blown around. I'm like, what? Did I miss part of the lane? Am I in the next lane over?
I don't know. I'm looking at you.
I know. You're looking at this 90s sport bike that I probably should just turned around and bought.
There you go.
It was under a tarp, like next to some sort of cruiser. Like tarp half blown off of it. It's like there was an old truck right next to it that looked like it hadn't rained in 20 years.
I might just have to make a drive up there with the truck.
Offer him some money.
Yeah, offer him.
He's going to get up there. It's going to be a GPZ 900.
And then it would be in my garage.
He's going to be like, I will give you everything in my pocket. Here's $50.
Compliments of White Lightning Harley Davidson.
Yeah. Just to clarify, because I just said you don't get paid. Daniel had a large stack of firewood. I needed fire for a fire pit. I bought wood off of Daniel because nobody on Facebook selling firewood wanted to message me back. So he contributed for free. We felt that he didn't have to do that, so we paid him for some of his firewood.
And it is very much so appreciated. Like this jacket I had to buy today was like $30.
So you don't have $50 in your pocket?
I don't have $50 in my pocket anymore. I give the guy like $18.
I dropped my cap.
Stay.
So, anyways, here's the other thing that I want to talk about tonight, whenever this is. Jesse James Dupree of Jackal. So, Jackal, for those of you that don't know, look them up. They're a fairly large hair band. Started in the I think the official formation date or whatever is like 91. I believe there was stuff going on before that, maybe not necessarily as Jackal. Maybe Jesse James Dupree was doing stuff under his own name or anything. But he has a bourbon. He's partnered in Full Throttle Saloon. He does some major campaign stuff with Harley Davidson, Rolling Daytona, Rolling Sturgis, stuff like that, where they actually give away brand new motorcycles. So it's really cool to see that.
Yeah. Well, it's nice to see a celebrity giving to the community, being involved in the community.
Oh, he's partnered with corporate. He's partnered with the motor company.
But that's what I'm saying, like being involved with it, being a partner of the dealership, being partner of Harley Davidson corporate.
Yeah, well, the super cool thing about the whole deal about being able to get a brief interview with him is they were doing a concert locally and we were giving away some tickets. And I'm being emailed back and forth, going back and forth between me and I don't know if it was like his personal assistant or just someone that works in his office for Mighty Loud Entertainment because he has his own entertainment studios and stuff like that. About, hey, we're going to give y'all some tickets to do some giveaways for the show and everything. If you could, that'd be awesome. It's like, yeah, not a problem. And they went after the Harley dealers to do these giveaways and stuff like that. And I'm like, Jesse's a motorcycle man. So I just sent a message to the assistant guy and I said, hey, I have a podcast about motorcycles. Jesse's a motorcycle man.
Yeah.
Do you think I could get a brief interview with Jesse? Because I'm seeing the area code on the phone number and it's just down the road.
Yeah.
Because it's 770.
Oh, yeah, that is just down the road.
Yeah. And I go, what do you think? 30 minutes later, I get an email back, and he goes, yeah, that won't be a problem. He'd love to do it. Here's his cell phone number. I about fell out of my chair. I'm like, what do I do now? I have Jesse James Dupree's cell phone number. I sat on it for like 4 days before ever sending him a message.
Yeah, that's a nerve-wracking experience.
Yeah.
Crap, I didn't think it was going to go this far.
Right.
What do I do?
Like, what do I do now?
Well, so I then sent him a message, and I'm explaining who I am, what we do on the podcast, and all that other
Hey,
stuff.
this is Marcos Daily Biker Bike.
I didn't put it that way. I am your clothes slayer. No, I didn't explain it that way. But, started to get some hiccups. He responds back with, hell yeah, when you want to get together. And I'm like, when do you think?
Yeah. This is up to you there, Chief.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not running this show.
This is above my pay grade.
And he's like, well, sound check's at 4 o'clock on Sunday if you can make it. And I was like, I'll see you then.
Absolutely.
So, when you look up Jackal, you will find something. They had a song called Lumberjack, which inspired them to bring out chainsaws on stage and use the chainsaws to play on the song. They cut up bar stools and all these other things. So on Amazon, I went to find a toy chainsaw. And I bought the coolest Husqvarna toy chainsaw. $27 off Amazon.
It's adorable.
Took it with me.
I still have not seen it.
And I got Jackal autographed on it. Jesse James Dupree, 2022.
That's.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen it.
It's in my office.
I'm sure it is.
You've been at the shop twice in the past 2 days.
I have not been into your office.
That is not my problem.
No.
Like, well,
I was against it was against my will this morning.
right.
And I just want to clarify because there's probably some people that listen to this and like, he must be important. He has an office at the Harley shop. No, it's not. I have like a storage closet that I also share with somebody else.
It is a storage closet.
It is literally like one side of the closet is very organized. The other side where my desk is looks like a bomb exploded.
Yeah, that it does.
I have Post-it notes everywhere. I have like an iPad and
A bomb explode is
flyers. Do I?
A bomb explode is a generous term.
Okay. I don't know what term you want to use.
A tornado hit it.
It's even
I feel like a bomb explosion would be worse.
wider path of destruction.
That would be the whole office then, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Just let me bleed over into Charlie's area first.
You do, slightly.
No, Charlie bleeds into my area. That's the thing. Everybody comes in there and they go, well, what about that? All the stuff, junk on that shelf. And I was like,
That's Charlie.
that's Charlie's shelf.
The one shelf is Charlie's, everything else is yours.
No, everything is... I have my desk. That's all I have. That's why everything is on my desk. That's all I got.
Everything in that corner's Charlie's.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought that was
Yeah.
your crap.
No. Just to clarify, my desk is like the elementary school desk,
It's
wooden,
attached to the chair.
the wooden top, comes down the metal base. I can put my books underneath it.
Yep.
Hang your book bag.
Yep.
I tried to set one of those a couple years ago. Those are a lot smaller than I remember.
Didn't
Yeah.
work for you.
No,
That's how you get stuck in
like I don't even remember. I'm not much bigger than I was in high school, so I don't even know how I got into high school.
Over here thinking you might have to call the fire department to get you out of
Right,
it.
yeah.
I mean, I know some guys that I went to school with that are about the same size they were in school, and they were big boys then.
They didn't have special chairs, did they?
No.
Just sat on top of the desk.
Yeah.
I don't know how they got in them.
You just stood the entire time.
Look, we're gonna go back to that desk, and I'm gonna tell you to sit in it, and you're gonna go to sit down, and you're gonna be like, "What the crap?"
Yeah, I have sat in one of those like elementary school desks.
My dad has one for some reason.
Is it still at the house?
Yes.
Oh my.
Because
I don't know where it came from.
just appeared one day.
So my dad was a collector of antiquities. None of these antiquities were worth anything. Like this ain't like the old school wooden desk that like folds open on the top and you can put stuff in it. No, this is like a model 2007 metal desk.
A used elementary school desk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly what this is.
We're throwing these away. Do you want
You
one?
want
Yeah,
one?
sure.
Like I don't.
There's no telling. No telling.
Yeah. Anyways, all right. Final thing before we get to Jesse.
The ride.
We talked about the ride.
Did we go through the whole thing? I guess we did. Yeah. So I'm still tired.
I am too.
I'm still shivering slightly.
I am too.
Oh.
No, we were talking about Ben sending us a message.
Oh, yeah.
Recent purchase. So, Ben, we've talked about Ben on the podcast before. Ben is the one that lives in another country called California. Is that not its own country?
Close enough.
It's close enough, yeah.
Oh, I forgot that country has 3 states. Washington, Oregon, California. Poor Oregon's just trapped in the middle of Washington
They
and
don't have a
California.
choice.
And they
Yeah.
have to go with them.
Oh.
There's only one place in Oregon that even exists, as far as I know, and that's Portland.
Yeah. That's about it.
Is
Yeah.
there another town in Oregon?
It's just Oregon.
Yeah. It's either Portland or Oregon. One or the
There's
other.
one or the other.
Yeah, but you have to specify Portland, Oregon. Otherwise, you could be Portland, Maine.
Yeah, well, you know.
It's like Cleveland, Tennessee.
Somebody just went, there's a Portland in Maine.
That's what I just did.
Oh, is that why you went? That's like Cleveland, Tennessee. Yeah, there is a Cleveland in Tennessee, which actually, this has nothing to do with motorcycles, and I don't remember what it was, but I remember when I was a kid one time we were watching, it was like Family Matters or something like that, and they were doing like quizzing, and they go, what state is Cleveland in? They go, Tennessee, and they go, there's not even a Cleveland in Tennessee, and I was like, yeah, there is.
Yeah, there is.
So anyways, that'd be like telling someone there's not a Springfield.
There's one in every state.
Pretty sure there's one in every state, Providence, country, everything.
Yeah.
We're going to get up to Mars, like man's going to be finally roaming Mars and find a sign that says, welcome to Springfield.
You're on Main Street.
Yeah, yeah.
So, Ben picked up a 2008 Ducati GT 1000. And I'm looking at the pictures right now.
No, it's a retro styled.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, a retro style, very classic looking. I would say it almost reminds me of the old, like, 1980s.
Oh, I'd go earlier than that.
It has a little bit more bodywork to it. The Ducati print on the side is very 70s, 80s. We can go.
I'm thinking 70s race bikes.
Yeah,
About the same time period, like with the bench seat RDs and stuff like that.
correct.
Yeah.
It's a good looking bike.
It's dope.
It is really good. You guys talk among yourselves. I'm going to keep looking at these pictures. With only 1,600 miles on it.
Bought it from a lawyer.
Yep. And it is freaking badass.
Yep.
And
So,
I agree with you, Ben.
Ben, you got an awesome purchase. Congratulations on that. Now, that being said,
He has posed a question to us.
he is, and we are going to do it.
He asked us to use the 3 motorcycles that he owns for a chop ride sell.
Okay.
So he has a...
So we're going to come to a group decision on what we should do with these 3?
Yeah, let's do a group decision. We can kind of
So
discuss...
this will be, we'll discuss, I will give the final say,
Yeah.
and
can
this
do
will be what the podcast would do with the 3.
Sure,
So
yeah.
the 3 bike options are...
We have a 2017 Yamaha WR250R, a 2012 Harley-Davidson Road King Classic, and the most recently purchased 2008 Ducati GT 1000.
So let's start with customizing. Which one would you most want to customize?
Out of the 3, in my opinion, the easiest one to customize would be the Road King.
Heather?
That's what I would do. The road
So
thing.
that's kind of where I was going to go. And that's kind of what his thought was too.
Yes.
He even mentions that. So, we'd probably customize the Road King. Now, I don't know what direction you want to go on this customization.
But that's something we've discussed before with the Harley-Davidson bikes. It doesn't.
Or are you thinking like what Waldo did? Or are you thinking more of like a performance bagger build? What do you think, Heather?
I mean, if it were me, I would lean toward performance, but
Okay.
that's my opinion.
I'm going to go slightly different because I like the way that the Road King looks.
Yeah.
I would build a performance tour. Keep the styling of the Road King.
Well, you're still keeping the style of the Road King with the performance.
Yeah, I agree, but I want it to look like a classic motorcycle, like the Road King does. Keep those classic lines that you have, and hide all the performance. I want to build a sleeper Road King that looks classic.
So you basically would build the engine.
I'd build the engine. I would do everything that I could.
I mean, you're not gonna like change bars, change suspension, and stuff like that.
Suspension, maybe, if we can get away with making it look like it's stock.
Yeah, I mean, you can. You can get like Legend Revo A's. They don't have piggybacks or anything like that.
Yeah.
Once the saddlebags on there, you don't know that there's a suspension component.
Like that.
You do drop ins on the front. Nobody knows.
Because I really do. If I were to pick a Harley Davidson bike, I like the Road King. I like the way that it looks.
Yeah.
But play around with it a little bit. I'd be perfectly fine with that. But I'd still modify it. Yeah, it wouldn't stay stock.
Well, I'm going to tell you now, T-bars make it handle a whole lot better.
I don't know about that.
I'm not just talking crap. T-bars change everything. So, but yeah, I mean, definitely would be getting more performance out of it. Probably taking it up. This is a 12 model.
Yeah.
So probably doing like the, honestly, I'd probably have the motor look factory, but I would find the 120R motor to put in it. I mean, but you're talking, that's ridiculousness.
So what? This
I'm
is
here
fantasy to begin with.
I'm here
Right.
for it.
Yeah. We can do whatever we want.
All
That's
right.
right.
We
So,
don't have any money.
So, although the WR would be fun to build, I just feel that the Road King would be more usable.
Yeah, on a day-to-day basis,
Where we're at, we don't have wide open desert.
no. No, I mean, you could use the WR on fire roads and things like that if you really wanted.
We still don't have as much as they do.
No, that is true. That is true.
So,
Yeah, I agree. I think modify the Harley.
yeah.
That's the general consensus here.
Yeah.
So, talking about the Yamaha, what would you guys do with the Yamaha 250R?
I'm going to sell it. Is that where you're at, Daniel?
That's exactly where I'm
Is
at.
that where you're at, Heather? So, we're going to sell the Yamaha. That means we're all just going to ride the Ducati.
Yeah.
It's a freaking
I would just ride that, yeah.
Yeah.
That is
I mean, even though it's a newer bike, it's really like a collector's piece. I mean, it's kind of a rare motorcycle. You know, you couldn't ride that motorcycle anywhere. And, you know, I would imagine since you got it off a lawyer, he's probably like a Ryan Reynolds looking type of guy. Would wear like the full 3-piece suit as he rode to the office.
Right. Yeah.
And like, he would wear like, it doesn't matter what the brand was.
take
but
it to one of
on
those distinguished gentlemen's rides.
There you go.
yeah, I mean, like he would roll up to his office if he didn't have on like the leather football helmet, but he would have on like either like solid white or solid black full face, no pattern or anything.
Yeah.
Like
Just a vintage style.
yeah, like the Bell Bullet.
Yep.
Yeah.
But also would have like the leather perforated gloves to match the helmet.
There you go.
Yes,
feel me?
I see exactly.
I mean-
Like that's what I'm thinking.
I can mentally picture it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
If I owned it, I'd probably do the same thing.
I have rode in a couple funeral processions with my bike. I probably would have looked a little bit classier if I'd been on the Ducati.
Probably.
So,
But that.
and when I say I've rode in some funeral processions on my Harley, I don't mean like these were bikers. No. I mean like I was the only motorcycle there. But if I go anywhere by myself and the weather's halfway decent, I'm on my motorcycle.
Sorry, I'm still looking at pictures. It is really.
He's drooling over here.
I am drooling over it. Because I've always liked Ducatis.
Yeah.
I like the styling. I like the look. That is a gorgeous motorcycle.
So
And I hope you actually ride it and don't let it just sit.
I think he's
I
gonna
think
ride
you
it.
will. Because I
So,
would.
well, you know, I think it's definitely going to be a situation. Ben's wanting to do some stuff to the Harley. He doesn't necessarily want to make it that much louder. But, you know, one of the biggest things, Ben, and I think for your Road King is to figure out what you want it to do and then figure out what you need to do to get it to do what you want it to do.
Yeah. Well, especially now that you have the Ducati, which is another street motorcycle.
That Ducati, I don't know what Ben does for a living, but that Ducati is going to end up being like his. That'll be the child. It'll be, you know, what you need to do. The distinguished gentleman. Dude, Ben, just throw on a suit and just go right around town and just watch the people that watch you.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Just stare at you. Yep.
Because they will stare at you.
Send us a picture. Ben, if you send us a photo, you know how to get a hold of us. I will post it on our Instagram. So that goes to anybody that sends us pictures of them and their motorcycle. I will post it on Instagram. Mm-hmm. Nobody responded on the whole playing chop ride sale while we're in Panama.
Yeah.
But that's okay because we know someone that's going to be in Panama already.
That is true.
And we told him that we would play chop ride sale with him. So otherwise, I don't have anything else. Oh, if you have 3 bikes and you want us to play chop ride sale, or you've got 3 particular motorcycles that you've never really heard us talk about, and you want to hear us talk about on chop ride sale, shoot us a message. It's that simple. Ben did it.
Absolutely. We look forward to hearing from you. We want you to contact us.
Yep. All right. Now, on to Jesse. It's cool. Hey, everybody. It's Marcus here with the Daily Biker Podcast. I've got a special guest with me, Jesse James Dupree himself.
What up, my brother, man? We're going to have a good time in Chattanooga tonight.
Oh, yeah. So, you are a huge motorcycle nut.
Well, I grew up, I kid you not, I grew up as a kid, matter of fact, there's a photograph that's on my Instagram and Facebook. You can see my mom when I was like freshly born holding me on the seat of like a 61 panhead, you know. Yeah. And so I get it honest. I grew up my whole life, idolizing my dad for having his Harley on the carport, you know. And he lost everything we had in the early 70s. And we moved to Gadsden, Alabama. But the one thing he didn't lose, he kept that damn Harley. So that was the consistent in my life, was going riding with my dad. And the day I bought my first Harley Davidson was the day I felt like I became my own man. So I take it that serious. And if people don't understand that, then you just don't get it.
So you've had a pretty significant accident in your history.
Well, yeah, it happens. I mean,
yeah. But the one
I've had
thing
a bunch of them is actually just, some wife inflicted.
The one big thing that I want to know is, how hard was it to overcome that, to get back on 2 wheels?
I grew up on dirt bikes.
Yeah.
So on a dirt bike, you take you shake it off.
Dirt bikes are something that happened.
And then I also played football back whenever, back in the era when the coach would kick your ass if you did something. We're raising some soft kids these days. But I got, I don't like to go into detail, but I did. Yeah. I got totaled out a 94 Heritage Softail that I had. And it broke my leg in a few places, and it broke my right arm, and it hurt my feelings because I loved that motorcycle. Yeah. And but a dealership in Kansas City actually surprised me and put it back together. They got a hold of it from the insurance. Awesome. They got a hold of it from the insurance company, and because it was totaled, and then they put it back together. And it rides a little sideways, but it's still my favorite bike because I love it.
So let me ask this too. The other big thing, and I'll let you go. You do a lot when it comes to dealing with the VFW, doing the bike giveaways with Harley Davidson, Rolling Daytona, Rolling Sturgis, all those events. How did all that kind of come about?
It came organically because I just got to be such good friends with Roman and I would ride, 15,000 miles plus a year, out on tour. And I got to know so many dealerships across the country. And, and it's just, it's different than owning, a Porsche or whatever, a car collector. When you own a motorcycle and you pull into a dealership, it's a personal thing, and way more than a car even, I believe. And I'm not taking nothing away from car guys, but I tell people all the time, letting somebody wrench on your bike, about the closest you could come to that would be letting somebody sleep with your wife. It's that kind of a personal, right?
Right.
And we organically got to know the dealerships, and then one thing led to another, and the dealership started suggesting to Harley Corporate that we work together. Of course, Michael Ballard and I have the Full Throttle Saloon in Pappy Hoyle Campground up in Sturgis, South Dakota.
Right.
And so if you have never been to Sturgis, it's something I'd advise you to come and check it out. But we have 600 acres of off the hook out there. Pappy Hoyle, PAPPYHOEL campground.com. And it's right there to Full Throttle. Olympic-sized swimming pool. All-you-can-eat breakfast buffet, dinner buffet, convenience store, largest stage in South Dakota, 300 voluptuous go-go dancing bartenders if you like that kind of thing. And we got a firing range. You can shoot 50 caliber guns and Uzi machine guns. We bring in cars and vans for you to blow up.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, and 1,000 RV hookups, 300 cabins, tent camping for days.
Yeah.
Harley Davidson put a big, beautiful building on the property, about a $500,000 building a couple of years back, and they're out there with their demo rides and stuff.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's just, it all came organically. But yeah, we're giving away, we just completed Rolling Daytona, which the guys at White Lightning, and
definitely,
were partners with us, and we gave away a brand new Harley Davidson Street Glide down in Daytona Bike Week. We're giving another one coming up in Laconia, and then you guys are going to kick back in with us again, I believe, for the Rolling Sturgis.
Yep.
And we'll have a brand new,
and
I haven't told anybody what we're giving away there yet, but we got a brand new bike that we'll be giving away in Sturgis. And to register, you can swing by White Lightning or Mountain Creek and go in and register to win. And or trips to give away, guitars.
And so you might have a little bit, some of that insider information that I don't even know yet. So I'm excited to see what's going on.
Is he trying to slip me 100 to draw his name? Is that what you guys can't see this, but he's trying to bribe me to call his name. I get it.
So
you're the guy from the Daily Biker won the motorcycle. Wow.
Well, Jesse, I really appreciate it.
I appreciate you, man. Keep it right here, people. The Daily Biker kicking it. Pow!
Hey everybody, this is Sean at White Lightning Harley Davidson. I want to thank you for listening to the Daily Biker Podcast. You can reach the podcast on Facebook or Instagram at The Daily Biker, or you can email the podcast at thedailybiker@gmail.com. Be sure to keep an eye on White Lightning Harley Davidson social media pages for the most up-to-date information on all our events and where you can find the boys.